These children represent the 9% of active youth in Canada. The Global Matrix compares 38 countries in multiple categories, and countries receive a grading from A to F. This year's top 3 most active youth were Slovenia, New Zealand, and Zimbabwe. Dr. Mariana Bressoni believes the mentality of Canada's youth has changed over the years.
What's missing is the kind of cultural norm that kids should get physically active every single day. If you look at New Zealand, there's a real cultural norm around getting outside and playing actively every day. In Zimbabwe, it's that kids actually spend a lot of time just getting to school actively, so walking or cycling to school. In Slovenia, they've actually made a very concerted effort to integrate physical activity into the curriculum.
Dr. Bressoni hopes Canadians will get back to their outdoor roots.
I think actually when we think about our identity as Canadians, it tends to be quite rugged and outdoors, outdoorsy people. And over time, we seem to have lost that. And yet, we still think of ourselves that way. So it's about really getting back to that.
Janet Rarasich believes the problem isn't that Canada doesn't have the infrastructure, but the problem is that kids are spending more time behind screens.
Kids come home and they're on their devices. We also score really poorly on the sedentary behavior. So kids are coming home, they're not going outside, they're on their devices, and they're just not getting out there to play.
Rarasich remembers when she was growing up, she would be outside until the streetlights came on. And in today's society, that just doesn't happen as often.
In my days when I grew up, we spent all our time outside. So the rule was you go out and you come home when the lights come on. And in today's culture, that's not really what happens.
Dr. Bressoni and Rarasich hope to see more of this and less of this in the future. Nick Arthur in Vancouver for BCIT Magazine.